In short, if someone is telling you anything without any ability to deviate from that, they're selling you a product, they're selling you their services, they're not trying to actually help you get to where you need to go. I'm gonna give you guys a crash course on better defending yourself when it comes to looking at the information that is presented to you and the ability to determine if it's BS or legit. So with social media where it's at, with YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and where the fitness industry is at, it seems like almost anyone is a personal trainer these days. And as long as you have a rockin' bod and you've got an Instagram password, you're now a fitness coach or a fitness influencer or a personal trainer. This makes it very complicated for those of us searching for the right answer or a legitimate answer to a lot of our fitness questions. And so we can look at the Instagram page, the influencer, the person presenting the information, and we can put a critical lens on, and we can start asking ourselves some deeper questions that will get us to the answer of, is this person legitimate or is this person just a quack? What this means is we are taking a scientific approach to these questions. And so the first thing that we have to do is we have to ask ourselves, what is the scientific approach? And the scientific approach, science is a process. So the very first thing you should be asking yourself, is this person selling me on one idea or one concept? Are they saying things like, if you don't do this, you won't get to your goals, or you need to do this one thing to reach your goal? If they're saying that, you know that they're selling you a product, and that chances are they're probably a quack. It's not legitimate. We can never fully prove something with science, and to me, that is one of the most beautiful concepts of science. Science isn't out to prove my point. If I'm a scientist, if I am conducting a study, I am going into that study trying to see, does every other situation fail? And so we can never fully prove, we can only start to make very strong assumptions. Hey, you know what? All of these things over here probably aren't causing any type of change, but this thing here is starting to show that case after case, it is causing that change. So in short, if someone is telling you anything without any ability to deviate from that, they're selling you a product, they're selling you their services, they're not trying to actually help you get to where you need to go. Another thing we can look at is the individual able to backtrack on anything that they've said, or are they able to take any type of criticism or different opinions? And so this would cause to go into the comment section. One of the things we can look for is someone posts an idea, here's my take on fitness, and we go into the comments and someone asks a question or says, hey, this isn't right, or presents a differing viewpoint. How is that person able to respond? And if they're pretty hard pressed, if they're blocking people, if they're getting insulting in their comments, if they're not able to hear different perspectives, we know they're a quack. We know it's not legitimate. They're not actually looking for the best approach to get something, but instead they're just trying to sell you on something. We actually see in experts, if you are an expert in something, you are better able at predicting future outcomes. And why these individuals are so good at predicting these outcomes is because they have the ability to look through every other possible outcome or predictor or variable. And so when you're talking to an individual who is selling you on their services or on their products, or a coach who is presenting information, whether online or in person, is when you start to ask them questions. A perfect example would be if this coach is hard pressed on their idea and you were to ask, what would it take to change your mind? Their answer is nothing. is that this is the right way, this is the only way, we know that they're not an expert because they have not looked at other possibilities to get to either the same answer or an even better answer, or even better out. So it sounds counterproductive, but experts are really unsure, because if we refer back to what science is we can't ever prove anything. And so when you're searching for a coach, or when you're searching for someone to help you with your fitness journey, one of the things I think we sort of shy away from is the individual who is saying, hey, we don't really know the best approach here. Hey, this is pretty effective, but we can't prove that this is the best way, or we can't prove that this is the only way. If you can get over that hurdle of needing a specific answer and start to look at bigger picture as the person in front of you is presenting an overarching idea, you're going to start to find yourself turning towards individuals who are actually professional in this field of a lot of people who are just not professionals. To me, a golden rule is if you hear a coach or a trainer using the two words, "it depends," chances are they know what they're doing, because they have been around a long enough time to understand there's no one way to get you to your goals. So, put that all super short. Find a coach, find a trainer who is willing to embrace uncertainty. Find that individual who isn't so hard pressed in their way is the only way. Find that individual who is open to criticism, open to other perspectives, other points of view. Find that individual who is not only relying on their experience, but is taking from experience of others. They're looking at research, they're looking at literature, and they're combining their experience with what they're reading and what they're seeing from coaches who have come before them. But the bottom line, please avoid people who are so hard pressed on my way or the highway. Chances are is that those individuals are not experts.